Wow.
But don't you think it's weird that like when you're younger and you have a crush on a girl, like if you could go back in time and talk to, let's go freshman year, ninth grade Elias, and whatever girl you had a crush on.
Well,
or
I
whatever.
had a girlfriend ninth grade year.
All right, let's pick a different year.
because the crush ended up becoming my girlfriend. Like that's.
I see what you're saying. So see, it worked out for you.
Yeah. So
I was not that guy, man.
see, and I was like, how did this happen to me? Like I never understood why, because she was totally like, she was a bombshell, whatever. I didn't know. Like, I didn't think she would fall for me. Like, and then ended up being my best friend liked her too. So
That's always weird.
Yeah, it was like, well, I mean, I don't know. Like,
let me re-ask the question then. Has there ever been someone that you really liked and then, but you never got a chance to be with, but then later on in life, there was an opportunity? Like, has that ever happened?
It has happened.
Okay. And was it, and without giving their name out or anything, were they
no names?
Was it who you thought they were? Here's my point: is I had this happen to me there a few times. So a few different girls that I really liked in either middle school. So some of these people in middle school and high school, I really liked them, but I just didn't have the confidence. And I wasn't super popular. And now that I'm older, like I act different. I filled out. I'm not this goofy little kid anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There was moments later on in life where I had opportunities to either hook up or get with some of these girls, and they just weren't who I remembered them. It was weird because I thought it would be this special thing. Like I had a crush on these girls and now they're interested in me. And like, so part of me entertained it. And then I realized, so I didn't hook up with any of, there's two specific ones that I'm thinking of in my head. And I didn't do anything with them because I realized through talking to them, like, oh, either they changed or they never were the person I thought they were. I was just this horny little kid who was like in love with like a popular girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was weird. I was like, oh, I'm not even into this person anymore. Have you had anything like that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Especially because I was DJing, so there'd be times where like I'd see them, or it was even before that. You know, just running into them or something. Now, like I used to go to like LBT a lot. I used to go to Grams.
Little bit of Texas for people listening that aren't from New Mexico.
It's in El Paso. Bar. Yeah. I used to go to Whiskey Digs, Grams. So like, you know what I mean? I saw him and then I was like, oh, you know what? I like this girl. I used to like her. Like ended up having like conversation with her. And then I was like, yo, this is whack. Like,
but what do you think changed? Let's be honest. Do you think you're different or they're different or both?
I guess my perspective of them changed because I thought they were a certain way, or they might've been something else that I thought was going to be to my appeal.
Yeah.
And it ended up being different. And I was like, well, that's not the way I thought about it in my head. Like, it's not going to work. Like, or, I mean, it could have been just me too. Like, you know what? Like, they're acting childish. Like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. With mine, I was trying to figure out, like, were they always like this? Because both of the girls I'm thinking about were huge turnoffs. Like when I talked to them.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're really pretty girls. And one of them was not mean. One of them was mean. One of them wasn't mean, but she just wasn't who I thought she was. She was kind of stupid. I know it sounds bad, but she just like wasn't like the smartest person. So both of them were things. But I remember thinking like, is it me and I've outgrown them, or were they always like this? And I was just some dumb kid who just like was attracted to the way they looked.
See,
that's what I've always tried to figure out.
And that's the same thing with me. Like that's what I was trying to figure out. I didn't know if it was maybe my likes and dislikes changed, or that's how they'd always been.
I feel like it's both. Obviously, it's both, right? Because people change.
Yeah.
But I think that I like to think that I changed what I look for in a person because I have like weird crushes, like celebrity crushes that make no sense. Some of them, and then I have weird ones that make complete sense. Some of them are like really hot celebrities that everyone would like. But I have like some crushes where I'm like, there's something about them. Like I get that they're not the greatest looking person, but like I think they're kind of hot.
Yeah.
So it's like weird.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I think you just like, you have you're more in tune with that, like as an adult than you are when you're younger.
Yeah.
When I was younger, someone could like, I could totally be like crushing on a popular girl and some other girl like that was not popular, but just mentioned like, yeah, Will's cute. I'd be like, oh my, and I'd all of a sudden be into them. I think I was just like into who was ever into me. I'm like, you do?
Oh, what?
Like, and then I'm like, oh my God, like she's kind of hot.
Well, did you ever have like that experience where it was all of a sudden, like, I think that's probably what you were talking about, but it was like, you didn't think this person liked you, but you kind of liked them. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's like, oh, well, I've always liked you. It was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Like if I was the one that always liked them, is that what you mean? Or if they said that?
They told that to you.
I've been told by someone, and it always throws me off. And I remember talking to a girl, I must have been like 21 or 22. Similar situation, not one of the two girls I was thinking of, but I just like met her at a friend's party and started talking to me, and she had made a comment like that, like I always had a crush on you, like always. And I was like, what? You know what I mean? And not that I was interested in her. And I don't know if that's true or not. I think maybe she could have said that, maybe something people say, but I like to think that men do that. I don't know if girls do that as much. I know guys do for sure, because
truth comes out when you're drinking, bro.
And we were both drinking. So maybe she was being honest. Maybe she did. But there was a moment where I was like, never in a million years would I thought that girl would have been interested in me. I think people just suck at expressing stuff. Like, cause I remember
you're like that meme. Oh, okay.
I'll tell a funny story. One of my good friends at Aniate, and I almost want to use his name because he's such a good friend that I feel like he wouldn't care. But on the off chance he might, I'll leave it out. But he, one of my really good friends let me live with him when I ran away from home. And his sister was pretty hot, and she went to school with me. Oh. And anyways, I wasn't the coolest guy. Like, I was kind of awkward, and I didn't know how to like take things right, whatever. And so one day, a girl he was dating picked up on it, and they were older. He was older than me, and so she thought, like, you know, girls are way more thoughtful than men. Yeah. She thought, oh, I can tell who likes her. I know she likes him. I'm gonna try to hook them up. Ooh. And so she comes over to my apartment one day, as she did all the time because I lived with her boyfriend. And she said, hey, we're going to go out to eat at Hooters. And this girl, I almost used her name on accident. This other girl, the sister, is going to come too. Would you want to come eat with us? And at the time I was super poor. So in my head, I thought, free meal. Like, yes, I am in. So I go with them to Hooters, just oblivious to what's going on. And I'm sitting across from the sister, and then the girlfriend's next to me of the brother. I know it's getting confusing.
No. Yeah, I know.
My roommate's girlfriend's
sister,
here.
Girl.
Brother's not there. It's his girl. He's at work.
So
his girl picks
sister,
me up.
You.
Yep, exactly. So me and two girls. And it was the sister across from me and my roommate's girlfriend next to me. And we're eating food. And I now looking back on it now, I can pick up on it. But at the time I didn't. She's like, hey, you've been hanging out with so-and-so. And then the other girl was like, yeah, like, it's been fun. What do you like about her? And I'm like, oh, she's like the coolest person ever. So it was like weird.
I grew up with her. Yeah.
Yeah. And then anyways, out of nowhere, we had stopped eating. We're hanging out. She decides that she's going to kiss me. And I must have been maybe a sophomore in high school. And I didn't know how to handle things very well. So out of nowhere, she leans across the table and just kisses me. And so it's like a moment.
Even my eyes got big.
Yeah. So there's a moment where that happened. And I go, and I look over at the other girl, and she's looking at me like, what do you think? And it was this weird moment where I felt cornered. I felt like they set me up, which they did, but that's not a bad thing. I literally said, like, so I end up getting mad. Looking back, it's so embarrassing because I didn't know how to handle that moment.
Yeah.
I go, you set me up, didn't you? To the girl. And she goes, well, yeah. Well, what do you, like, you guys like each other? And I was like, I looked at the other girl. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. Like, I can't believe you did this. I made a big deal. I leave to the restroom and I'm like, oh, I was mad. And then anyways, like, meanwhile, the two girls are like, what is up with him? And like the other girl who had just kissed me, I'm sure she was like, oh, like, he's not who I thought. I totally ruined the whole thing. And so I embarrassed myself. I came out, I'm like, just take me back. I can't believe you guys did this to me. And
see, but I could see your standpoint because that was your boy who took you in.
Let me just say this. The brother who's my friend could drop me in a second. Really good boxer, really good fighter, aggressive being guy. Mm-hmm. Not to me, but he was one of my best friends. And I remember thinking, like, he is going to beat me up. Like, they didn't let me know that.
So you were thinking rationally. They were thinking totally
but I was
different.
also being irrational in the sense that I could have handled that better. I handled it immature. I essentially made the girl feel like something was wrong with her.
Yeah.
When I should have just said, like, hey, oh my God, I do like you. I just think it's weird. I could have totally handled it better. But yeah, and then I ended up calling my friend and be like, dude, like if I had like
just happened.
Cheated or something. Yeah, I'm like, dude, I hope you're not mad. And he goes like, dude, I knew that would happen. Like, she likes you. But at that time,
he even knew and he didn't even tell you. Like,
at that time, I enjoy puppies and you enjoy homes. There's puppies without homes. If you subscribe to this channel, that could help a puppy find a home, I bet, probably. I wouldn't risk it.